This bitch was like 30 minutes late. I started questioning, did I hear her right? I know she said today at 9 in the morning. I started questioning my sanity.
I'm hitting from Kelly, I need a lawyer, money for conversation, nobody is sending it. I'm in my style, like when I get up, I'm making a movie for cinema.
Yeah, no, I'm not finished. I tend to record better with a bottle in my hand. That's what my stomach sounds like when I eat Taco Bell. Anybody else just love rainy days? I prefer a cloudy rainy day over a sunny day. I don't know if that means depression. I'm not really sure. Job interviews. Why are there even job interviews for certain positions? If I apply to a job where I am like folding clothes or like baking pizzas, why the fuck is there even an interview? So how exactly would you fold this t-shirt? Oh, okay. I feel like the only people that should like actually go through a job interview are like people that either have certifications or like doctors or like people in business. I don't know about you guys, but I hate dressing up. I hate it. I don't want to look like the Monopoly man coming in to a job interview. It's crazy how like so many things in school you're taught and then you grow up and you're just like, wait a minute, this is not what I was taught in school. And it's like, joke's on you. School will literally teach you shouldn't judge the person on the outside. It's the person on the inside that counts. That's bullshit. You can go and buy a $500 tuxedo for a goddamn interview and it'll still go to the motherfucker that got his fucking slacks from Marshalls. Unless my outfit's gonna guarantee me like the actual position, why am I having to dress up? I had a job interview a couple days ago. I wore heels for this job in boot. I wore heels. I don't wear heels. When I walk, I take kind of like baby steps. I don't have long legs. You know how some girls, when they walk in heels, like they take strides and they're just like, I'm wearing heels for this interview. And then, you know, I got my little slacks, got a little blazer, you know, trying to look professional. So I go in for my interview, right? And I'm kind of glad like I didn't get a call back because, and I'm not saying that because like, you know how some people be like, it's like they don't get an invitation to the party and they're just like, I didn't want to go anyway. It's like, no, nigga, you did want to go. Everybody else went. You didn't get an invite. Would I say I'm glad I didn't get this job? Like, I really am glad. The pharmacists were African. I don't hate Africans, but me and Africans just don't vibe. They come off rude. I'm just gonna run it how it is. I have an issue with that. There was a woman, and there was a man that was in the room with me. It was mainly just the guy that was doing all the talking. I don't really know why the fuck the lady was in there, because I'm like, you're not even saying shit. So what are you in here for? First of all, they couldn't find my resume. Like, they claim they print out my resume. Like, the lady was literally like,
sorry, I think I misplaced.
You knew we had an interview today. You didn't think to put that in a spot. Thank goodness I printed out extra copies. I was like, oh, I have like extra copies if you want one. She was like, oh, that'll do. Guy, you know, he was like, well, can I get one too? And I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I'm thinking, oh, like, you know, that looks good on my end. The guy starts talking and he's like, you know, oh, okay, so you worked at Walmart. Is there any reason why you don't work there anymore? I fucking lied. I don't care. I was laid off, which, I mean, I guess isn't technically a lie. I was fired, but I mean, isn't being laid off the same as being fired? And he kept stressing how, like, you know, so are you in school? And I was like, yeah, I'm in school. Kind of get tired of like fucking people at jobs asking me that. Like, are you in school? So how much longer till you apply to pharmacy school? I'm like, bitch, when I get there, my goal is next fall. Not this upcoming fall, but next fall. That's one thing I will say about pharmacy is like, if you do want to get into pharmacy, to get a job that is very close to your house is very, very unlikely. This place was like all the way downtown in the medical center and shit. I think I'm kind of glad I didn't fucking get that job because I was like, god damn, nigga, this shit is long. And the guy was like, what would your hours look like school-wise? So I'm telling him like, oh, okay, I can work on this and this and this day, da, da, da. So he's writing all this down. Then he says, well, you know, we're really looking for somebody that's full-time. I mean, technically I'm full-time because school does not start till August 26th. So what's the issue? Just that they asked me, I feel like those were things we could have just had a phone interview. What is the actual point? Like, I just want to see what you look like. That's creepy as shit. Why don't you give a fuck about job experiences rather than how the fuck people look? I just kept stressing about like, oh, we're looking for full-time people. We're looking for full-time people. Oh, that's another thing. So then they had asked me, which was a weird ass question. So after he had asked me, you know, the basic, you worked at Walmart. What did they have you doing there? Yeah, how much experience do you have? Again, all on the goddamn resume that you are looking at. He asked me, he was like, so how would you go about if you had an issue with a coworker? First of all, what the fuck does that have to do with the job itself? Second of all, I don't know, are you guys toxic to work at? Because that's what kind of sparked my head. I'm like, what kind of question is that? Like, are the girls, because I ain't gonna lie, the girls, they looked kind of mean. Like, bitch, this is not a fashion show, nigga. I just need some Skrillex. I gave them my answer, and I was like, you know, if you have an issue with an employee or a coworker, like, you should probably get with your manager first and see, like, if there's some kind of conflict resolution that y'all can come to an agreement on. It's like, okay. Then again, he starts stressing about how we're looking for someone that's full-time. But if you make it past the this stage, then you should get a call by, you know, tomorrow, and we'll go from there. And I was like, okay. Again, I was already kind of like, I don't really want to be here. So one of the other pharmacists kept knocking on the door, like, he would just come into the room and he would speak a language, and then he would leave. Like, when the guy would ask me a question, the dude would knock and just come in. And the guy who was interviewing me, he was more polite. You know, he was just like, you know, he would apologize. He'd be like, oh, I'm very sorry about that. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. So then I would keep talking, and the next thing you know, and I wanted to be like, you know what? Clearly he needs your help. So if you just want to step out and go help him. Every time I talk, he is knocking on the damn door. So that was kind of getting on my damn nerves. The big man upstairs clearly answered my prayers because I never got that call back. So I was like, cool. That's some of the dumb fucking questions that they ask you in an interview. Let's just start off with the pay. Fuck all that interview etiquette, all that bullshit. There will not be a job interview if you are trying to pay me at a bullshit rate. I don't care you have to see 500 people today. I don't care. You could end up seeing 300 people or 50 people if some of you would actually put the goddamn pay rate on Indeed instead of leaving it a fucking mystery. Pay rate to be announced. Okay, well, when you announce it, I'll apply. This is how interviews should go. Hello.
Hi, my name is Shelly from 69 Pharmacy. I'm looking for Alexis.
Oh yeah, this is she. How can I help you?
Hi, how are you? So I just want to talk to you a little bit about the position. First things first, the pay rate is $3.25. Is that okay?
No, ma'am, it is not, but thank you very much for calling. Click. I remember when I was applying to Ross, which, thank God I never got that position either. My interview was at 9 o'clock. This was years ago. This was like before I even was even interested in pharmacy. The lady was like, oh, okay, why don't you come in for an interview the next day at like 9 in the morning, like before the store even opened or whatever. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. The lady that was supposed to interview me, the bitch was late. Very professional, and not like 5 minutes. Like, this bitch was like 30 minutes late. I started questioning, did I hear her right? I know she said today at 9 in the morning. I started questioning my sanity. So she finally shows up, not in a hurry, also didn't apologize. Great. You ever been interviewed by somebody and you just, they can't interview? This bitch kept asking me the same question over and over and over again, but she would word it different. So she would say things like,
what's a time that you helped somebody? Give me an example of when you stopped to take the time to assist someone. Are there any times where you have been considerate?
Stop reading off that fucking paper. Like, bro, just talk to me like a regular human being. You run out of ideas at a point when people are asking the same shit over and over again. You're just like, okay, maybe I was not clear with my explanation. I stopped eating my lunch and I brought a shirt to a customer. If that's not helpful, bitch, kill me. I got to talking about Forever 21 because I used to work there. You know, the little clothing store. It's kind of like people in their 20s and stuff like that. She literally looked at me like, no. This chick was like not even 30 yet. Like, she looked like she was at least in her 20s. Like, saying you don't know Forever 21 is like saying, what's McDonald's? What's Mickey D's? And then I looked at her outfit and I was just like, yeah, you don't go to the mall. You're late and you're out of the times. Please don't call me. What annoys me is, like, you know, when people treat interviews, like when they say things like, no need to be nervous, you know, we're just having a conversation, it's no big deal, you know, relax, be yourself. Yeah, that's bullshit. Nobody ever comes into an interview and is fully themselves. When I start asking you shit about weaknesses, what would you consider is a strong weakness of yours? I love my job so much that, you know, I don't spend time with my family, like, ever. I'm basically just like, fuck them. Wow, they're dedicated. What the fuck kind of question is that? What's a good strength? It's like, you know, people are going to say the same thing. Everyone's going to say they're hardworking. Everyone's going to say that. Everyone's going to say they're positive. They get along with people. Like, yeah, people you like, you get along with. Be yourself, relax. No, I can't relax, because at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you if you want to give me the fucking job or not. Like, I'm going up against 500 other people that want this position. So yeah, Karen, I'm going to be a little fucking nervous. Having a little chat. Little get together. This is not a fucking meet and greet. This is a job I'm trying to get. It irritates me, you know. Like, it's like, if I don't get this job, are you gonna DM me and say, hey, I know your rent is due this weekend, like, let me pay that for you? You're gonna send me a little bullshit email saying, unfortunately, we don't fucking like you. How are people hiring but not hiring? Go on Indeed and it'll literally say urgently hiring. It takes days, months, weeks for you to fucking hear from somebody. It's like, so y'all don't know the definition of urgently, huh? Like, if I have to urgently take a shit, I have to go to the bathroom like right now. And I hate that job in 6 months anyway. You're gonna be like, man, fuck this shit. Like, you know, the first week you're gonna put in your all because it's like you just started. 6 months you're gonna be like, oh, I feel like going. I'm gonna just call out, you know. You first meet somebody, of course you're gonna act like nothing's wrong with you because you want them to talk to you. After you start dating them, you're just like, wow, you're trash. You ever apply to so many damn companies? You don't even look at the fucking name anymore. You're just like, apply. Then you get a call and they're just like, hi, this is John calling from WD-40 Pharmacy. You're like, what the fuck is that? I was applying to so many places. I applied to a place that was in another fucking city. The lady was like, would you be willing to drive that far? I was like, no. Nigga, I was exhausted. I'm just gonna start applying to like places that I'm not even qualified for. I'm just gonna apply to be a heart surgeon. That heart surgeon position at Memorial Hermann. I don't even care. I'll be surprised if I get the job. Do you have any experience? Not at all. Great, you're hired. You know, like when they ask you for your ethnicity when you apply for a job, I'm about to start putting white. I bet you I'll get a phone call the same day. Just finna start catfishing people. 5 minutes later, hi, this is Donna calling from Racist Pharmacy. I'd love for you to come in today. Absolutely, I can come in today. Yeah. Go in there, they'll be like, oh, the position was full. Okay, bitch. I know. I fucking hate job interviews. I hate them shit so much. In other news, I got a new car. Got myself a Jeep Compass, so that's nice. Sold my piece of shit Cruise. Well, you know what I hate? You know, just to go off, we're going a little left, you know. But don't you hate like when you watch a YouTuber's video and they'll be like, hi guys, Donna here. Like, bitch, we know who you are. You don't have to state your name. And they say that every single video. And then they'll be like, click that like and that subscribe button. And I'm just like, I'll click it and like it if I find the video interesting. But right now you're starting to piss me off and I'm about to dip. Just get on with the damn video. I don't know. That's all I have to say. See you guys in my next video. Yay.